Hello, happy day. Today's video is going to be a little different. I actually went and got a book today, which I'm going to give to my friend, the one that's been sharing all of her information with me and her trials regarding her parental alienation. And right now, she has got a big chunk of her report completed. Right now, she has compiled approximately 300 emails, and she shared with me yesterday she thinks she might be halfway with the emails, but she's excited. So what I want to share today is a couple things with you. First is that I want to let you know from my friend that's really close to me, just be prepared that you're going to deal with some goobers. And what she means by that is just dealing with people, they just don't care. They're just really not going to care. They're there to get a paycheck, and they're going to do as little as possible to do anything, and possibly to help you or not help you. Just be warned that you might deal with some goobers. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. She also wanted me to share, be sure that if you are retaining an attorney, and I know this is going to sound rude or flippant, but please, because she made the mistake of hiring the wrong attorney to help her with this possible alienation part once her son was arrested. She thought hiring the same law firm that helped her get custody was the right choice. It was the wrong choice on so many levels because her attorney was clueless as to what to do. Clueless. So when you're looking for an attorney, be sure that they are versed in what you need. And I know that sounds elementary and sounds like common sense. Well, it's not, because most people aren't used to their children being arrested. And so when things happen that are not of your norm, it kind of shakes your foundation, as my friend would say, and you're not thinking crystal clear. And then sometimes you reach out to the wrong people to help you because you're not thinking clear. Okay, so we're going to move past that. Okay. I want to touch on children's rights. Children have rights, and a lot of times nobody is making sure that their rights are being taken care of. Dental care. Child has a right to dental care. I know it sounds, like, yeah, duh. No, duh. I'm serious. And so this is something that is in her report because she knows that her child is not receiving dental care. Okay. And along with medical care. For instance, her son has a mental illness. And I know that a lot of people have different views on this. And some parents believe that they have the right to keep the medication away from the child because they don't believe in mental illness. They don't believe in psychiatry or any of that nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but they do have a right to have their viewpoint. However, parents do not have a right to keep medication from their child, and especially when the guardian ad litem has been brought into the picture and the guardian ad litem is lying to the mom, saying that we're monitoring the medication. Well, my friend has told me there has been no medication, so the guardian ad litem has lied. Aw, shame, shame, shame. Aw. Another one of those fantastic emails that my friend has shared with me, guardian ad litem lying. Can you believe that? Believe it. Anyway, okay. And the parents, excuse me, stepmom and dad refused to give her son his medication. Okay. And I'm speaking for her because she shared this with me. This is where she's coming from. This is what she said to me. I understand and I respect that some people don't believe in it. However, this is my friend's words, not me, my friend. She says to me, my son stabbed a kid at school, went to jail, was on probation. And once he was released to his dad, the guardian ad litem felt it was in his best interest to let him go hunting with firearms and drink alcohol with his dad. There's no proof, but she knows that the alcohol is not locked up, even though the guardian ad litem tried to tell her that it was, but he could never send her pictures or proof of where this supposed shed was out on the property. Because there wasn't one, as my friend said, because there's not one, because she knows that her ex is not going to have the alcohol locked up. It's going to be in the kitchen for some quick access. Anyway, this is her point. I warned you a couple videos back that I was going to add a little humor. Here is her point to me. My son was arrested. He stabbed a kid. Okay. My son went to another school and threatened to kill himself and another student, per the principal telling her that. But then later on, the principal said he didn't say it, but he still admitted that her son said he wanted to kill himself. But the principal told her in an email, but your son is happy as long as he's not with you and as long as he's with his dad. Okay, this is what my friend wants me to point out. What? Red flags are waving from here to Nebula. No, nothing is okay if a juvenile wants to take their life. They're not okay. They're not okay. They need their medication. If they're threatening to harm themselves, kill themselves, and another student, principal told her on the phone, she didn't record it anyway. But my friend is willing to take a lie detector test if the principal wants to hook up to one too. And we'll see who's telling the truth. You know what? I've got money on my friend. Anyway, because I've seen all these emails that are flying around. Anyway, her son needs this medication. It's been 2 years not on the medication. She shared with me that she thinks that her ex and the stepmom are not giving her son the medication so they can control his head. Because if someone is depressed all the time and they're not being given their medication, do you think someone might be able to have control over their head? Yeah. It's pretty sad that a parent would be such a control freak and have such narcissistic tendencies to want to harm their child by not letting them have medication so they could be healthy and have happy thoughts and not want to kill themselves. That is so sad that parents think like that. These words are from my friend. This is not from me. There have been no names named, and there's not going to be any names, except I said Goober. Yeah, Goober. Okay, so we're going to move past that. This has to do with parental alienation and how some parents keep the child from the other parent because they think that they're the better parent. And sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. And in my friend's case, she's really excited about this report that she's about to turn in that's going to unveil a lot. And I'm excited to see the outcome Okay, so I want to touch base on domestic violence. In her case, she's a survivor of domestic violence. And she shared with me just yesterday that she found another police report that she had filed where her husband at the time, but now her ex, had threatened to kill her. Actually, he was her ex when he threatened to kill her in May of 2015. So now she's got 3 documented cases so far of where he has threatened to kill her. The one in 2015, the one on June the 20th when he pleaded no contest to the terroristic threat, where he pleaded no contest to threatening to torture and kill her. And then she showed me an email that he sent to her in March of 2017 where he threatened to file charges on her if she contacted them again. She has full custody of their son on paper. She's not lost her rights. And so the dad, pardon me, had the balls to threaten her. Basically, what she wanted me to share with you is that it proves a pattern. It proves a pattern. And once they are able to speak with the son without the dad around, it'll be about 5 minutes and they'll get the truth. But domestic violence, the presence of domestic violence, it takes a toll on the children as well. And I'm like reading this from a law book because I've been looking for books to help my friend. Plus, I like to educate myself too, because I'm one of her cheerleaders. I want to be a support system for her. This says that researchers estimate that 50% of abusive men also abuse their children. She's not saying that her ex is abusing her child. She's just asking me to share this information. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on a little more. Defining domestic violence. I know those that have been in it, they know what it is. But for law, I just want to touch base on this one part that it says. Defining domestic violence. Placing a family or household member in fear of physical harm. Placing a family or household member in fear of physical harm. That would be verbal threat. Just putting them in fear of something happening is domestic violence. There's a lot of people that really don't understand about things like that. I want to touch on neglect again. Okay, so this particular book talks about how neglect is if the child is in danger of imminent death or serious physical injury or is being sexually abused. The child is in immediate danger due to the parent's failure or refusal to provide for the safety or needs of the child. Okay, on this one, she wants me to point out that she feels that letting a child be around firearms without medication is not safe. And that's negligent on the parent's part. And also to allow the child or juvenile to be around alcohol and let them drink the alcohol. Because she has told me that family members have witnessed her child be drunk. It's just also sad that in this case, her ex is more concerned about keeping the child away from her, which hopefully soon that's going to be rectified. There's another portion in here. I am not finding it, but it talks about domestic violence and and mediation. If you're in mediation and regarding domestic violence, mediation is provided in a specialized manner that protects the safety of the victim by a certified mediator who is trained in domestic and family violence. The victim is permitted to have in attendance at mediation a supporting person of his or her choice, including but not limited to an attorney or advocate. I'm going to end with that. My friend wanted me to share that with you because she feels through this process, and as she's diving into these emails and she's sharing with me, because it's a very exhaustive process for her, because it's like she's reliving this all over again every time she has to dive into these emails to try to turn in this report, because she can't trust the court system. Another story for another day. And so she feels violated and verbally abused by the guardian ad litem. She's shown me emails from him. He is so rude and so disrespectful. He obviously does not get the concept of domestic violence. In fact, I'm sorry, he doesn't. I remember now that she told me about the day that she let him know that her ex was on probation for threatening to torture her and kill her in front of her son. The guardian ad litem, who was appointed by the court to look out for the best interest of her child, didn't believe her. And so he placed her son in the home with the parent, her ex, that threatened to torture and kill her in front of their son. The guardian ad litem out of Collin County, you know who you are, thought it was best to put her son in that house with a man who wanted his mom dead. What? So the day that she told the ad litem, did you know that my ex was on probation for threatening to torture and kill me? The guardian ad litem looked it up, saw she was telling the truth. This was the guardian ad litem's response to her. And I'm sorry if I've already said this in another video. He said to her, why didn't he fight that? He should have fought that. What kind of chauvinistic, uncouth comment was that? Male chauvinist. Narcissistic, pardon me. That's what she says about the ad litem, not me. I'm not the one speaking. Don't twist this. Don't make it about you. I'm sharing from my friend who's really close to me about her trials. I'm going to end. I just want anyone that's watching these to know that there is hope. You have to have a lot of tenacity, a lot of stick-to-itiveness. My friend, she cries a lot of tears because it hurts. She's missed a lot, but she has hope for the future, and that's why she wants me to do these videos to help bring awareness and to help shed some nuggets of knowledge that she's learning along the way, because she doesn't want to make the video. I'm like, I'll do it. Anyway, domestic violence is real. And if you're dealing with a guardian ad litem or a mediator or anyone with the court and they're being rude and insensitive, you need to ask for someone else to help you and report this person to the court, because it's wrong. And there's no reason that you need to be treated with disrespect by someone appointed by the court. And also keep notes on your child If you feel something's wrong, my friend says, it probably is. I'm going to end with that. I hope this video made sense. I know that I was here and there and whatnot. Um, I hope God is blessing your day. I hope He blesses all of your tomorrows and fills them with joy and maybe adds a splash of adventure. But don't forget, you're going to encounter some goobers along the way, because there's some attorneys that haven't changed their filter in probably 10 or 20 years. They're set in their ways and they're stubborn and they know everything. Well, no, they don't. You go, moms, and you go, dads. You got this. Your children need you. Peace.